what creates the environment of our cells? And can our choices create our environment of ourselves? When I started to study human performance and longevity, I was looking through the book, The Blue Zones, Dan Boitner. And, they found 5 places where people were living over 100, Costa Rica, Sardinia, Okinawa, Loma Linda. Why were they living so long? They found some traits. They moved every day. They didn't stuff themselves with food. They occasionally celebrated with wine. They had deep connection with friends, families, and loved ones, and they all had purpose. I was like, whoa, they didn't have access to any of this technology, stem cells, peptides, all this biohacking stuff. How are they living so long? Could they just be living so long from the way they were living their life? And so I dove into that. I started to study genetic markers for disease and longevity. And when I looked at these things, and I also started to look at epigenetic clocks, and I started to look at, based on the way people were living in the blue zones, did it change the biology? And it turns out all these different things actually did shift the cellular environment. It'll change your proteins, it'll change the signaling molecules and all these things, and actually change the environment of your cells that then affect your DNA. And basically the things I write in my book are the things that showed up the most. 5 things. Physical, which includes sleep, nutrition, and movement. The next one is emotional. Your emotions actually change the environment of your cells. Mental, so does your thoughts. Social, the relationship you have with other people and how those relationships are also changes the environment of our cells. And then finally, spiritual, which is having that sense of purpose.